In this inventory plan and control schedule, we have to discuss the unit 2, and in unit 2, the learning objective, the definition of inventory control, the importance of inventory control, in which way we have two definitions, we have types, we have objective, we have region of importance, we have causes. Definition means that inventory planning and control in a system of ordering based on the maintenance of the stock in a store using reorder rules based on the stock level. These definitions are made on the basis of attributes of the or importance of the inventory planning and control. The next definition is that inventory planning control is also defined as a planning, ordering, scheduling of the materials used for the manufacturing process. The inventory control is a technique to maintain the inventory at desired level in respect to the best economic interest of the company. Next point, that what are the raw materials, what are the stocks? The three types of that: raw materials, work in progress means work semi-finished products, and the complete finished goods. What are the objectives? Why we are going for the importance of the inventory control, planning and control? The objectives are the minimize capital investment, ensure ability of the required inventory of the continuous process, scientific assessment and planning of inventory needs, maintain the safety stock due to demand fluctuation. Inventory planning and control is important for the manufacturing and service industry because of the following reasons. Means why we have a systematic inventory planning and control. These are the reasons why we require that one. It helps the inventory accurate. Means inventory should be perfect one. The problem and consequences of the poorly managed inventory are from the reaching and the expensive, lost, stolen, misplaced, mislevel inventory of the impact and production, and anything that impact the production creates the waste and the add cost. Means the cost will be increased by this one. The material management start with the good inventory management practices and accurate tracking of the materials in a company inventory and deliver to time when it is required. Means we have to very carefully watch by inventory control and planning systematically done. Then we have a observance and a past of the, we have a very much observing the stocks, that there will be a accurate amount of stock at the right time, and there will be no pilferage, there will be no obsolescence, there will be no lost. So that the accurate amount of inventory should be used for the main production line. Enables JIT inventory management. JIT means just in time. It means the inventory, when it is required, it will be available on the floor, on the production floor. This technique was designed by a Japanese industrial engineer for the Toyota Car Manufacturing Limited, so that he reduced the cost of the inventory, so that whenever we need the inventory, it should be available on the production floor. A main tenet of the lean production means JIT inventory management is strategy in which the materials and component parts needed for production are delivered just in time. Just in time means when it is needed at just in time, before they are used the factory. And also eliminate the wastage material, because it eliminates the wastage of material, because it is not a storing for the long time. It is not a storing material. Whatever the material has come to the floor, that is used, quality also goes up. Major part of material management in ensuring material going to the production are correct and high value. Means whatever material we are procuring for the storage purpose, for the Indian purpose, that are correct with the high value, maintaining all the physical specifications and technical specifications. This helps to keep the production running smoothly, improve the overall finished goods quality, and it is already having any business you are doing that, inventory control is a technique for the for applying the correct business and correct manufacturing process. Minimize the administrative workload. Proper inventory control helps to reduction in the administrative workload of purchasing, inspection, transportation, warehousing, storing and handling. This will reduce the manpower requirement and will minimize the labor cost, handling cost too. It also reduces the lead time in the manufacturing industry, because if we minimize the administrative workload, means we have only having a skilled labor or a skilled specialist, that a proper inventory should be planned and should be controlled for procurement. Due to that, reduction in the administrative workload will be there. and the activities purchasing, inspection, transportation, warehousing, storing and handling, the activity, the time taken in activities will be reduced. This the importance of the inventory control and management is also a new attribute, that is check on the loss of material. Means inventory control helps to maintain a check on the loss of material due to carelessness or pilferage, stealing in the warehouse, proper maintenance of the inventory, and easy to counting the available stocks. Means this systematic process, systematic technique to control the maintain a check on the loss of material due to the carelessness and pilferage, because the material it has observing day to day that material and its location, which is to be observed by the software package in the computer, and it can stop the pilferage and carelessness in the warehouse by physical verification also, and it has to maintain of the inventory, easy to counting the available stock. The demand forecast of the product is not accurate, because it is totally depends on the seasonal effects, also meet the demand of the customer. There is always a small difference between the demand forecast and actual demand. Just such, for example, in the winter season, woolen stores are open up, and they want the woolen finished goods to sell in the market in a large way, and the company which is manufacturing the woolen costumes, to have the make it ready in a large quantity, so that it can supply to the warehouse and the retailers, so that they can continue the flow of the sale due to these seasonal variations, because this is the demand fluctuation due to seasonal effect. This is the fluctuation of demand due to seasonal effects. Again, the chances of fluctuation in demand of the material, this fluctuation can be adjusted if there are sufficient items in the stock of inventory. Therefore, the proper inventory control protects the company from fluctuation in demand, because we have a sufficient technique to control it, so that we can counter the demand, we can overcome the fluctuation. Risk of loss. Proper inventory control helps in the reducing the risk of loss due to the obsolescence, outdated or deterioration of items. This is because it checks all the items time to time and makes the balance sheet of available data stock in the storage department. Means the systematic inventory department can monitor that the proper inventory control should be maintained. There will be no risk for the loss. There will be day-to-day monitoring of that one, outdated and expiry goods and deterioration of items, and that is to be taken care. And if it is a lapse, then the restoring should be done. So this is because it checks all the items time to time and makes the balance sheet available data stocks in the storage department. Inventory control tries to reduce the gap between the planned production and actual production. Means there will be a gap in the planned production, actual production, due to fluctuation of demand. There are the cases when the production schedule cannot be followed because of the reasons. What are the reasons for the not following the production schedule? The sudden breakdown of machines, the stopping of all persons tax in the manufacturing industry, stopping of our operations and tasks in the manufacturing industry, problem in the supply of materials due to delay in the supply and shortage of the materials in the warehouse, unavailability of the workers due to sudden labor strike. Now, the last point is the loss due to the failure of power supply. In such cases, differences between the planned production and actual production can be breached by the inventories held in the stock. We have a buffer stock, we have emergency stock. If it is a power loss is there and some power will resume, then we will have fast production, so that there will be no deterioration of the stock, and the items which are needed, that should be required. Describing the importance of inventory control, having 7 segments. What are those 7 segments? The first segment that focus on the location storage regarding accounting of the inventory, means that is the warehouse, where a storage is there, where reordering is there. So it is all to be accounted for that one. It is coming in the cost accounting process. Next segment is the help to supply the inventory to the different departments and unit, means the inventory management and control has to supply the material, or a store has to supply the material to the different departments whenever it need it for the productions or for the services. Next point is the third segment is that one, the keep a record of the inventory issued to the concerned department. We have a track record, we have to maintain a record, we have a regulatory record for the inventory issued to the different concerned department. Next point is that the fourth point is that of segment that in importance of inventory control is the provide prompt and proper services to all concerned departments and units. Means we have to monitor day to day monitor that what are the materially used for the material used or required for the different departments, and whenever and the planning for the future use. The fifth point is that helps the maintain the inventory at lowest cost. Means whatever the monitoring the software package is there, then our cost will be reduced for the monitoring. This will not the physical monitoring, this will be the done by the software, and so that the cost of the inventory will be reduced. There will be a cost of reduction in the total production process. Next point is the second last one, that bifurcates the high value and low value stock of goods. In the stocking or in the warehouse or the storage place where the inventory are kept, we should be separate that high value process and low value process. Later on, this will come on the classification that how high value and low value goods will be classified. So this will be a very on the focus that one, that bifurcates the high value and low value stock of goods. The last point is that avoid overstocking and understocking raw materials. Means we should avoid overstocking to avoid the blockage of more capital, and understocking means to suffer the production process. Both should be avoided, because we have to maintain a proper way of the materials or raw materials or stocks, so that regular flow of the material to the floor for the continuous production line should be maintained. It should not be on higher side, it should not be on lower side, it should be in optimum side. These importance we have already described due to the manufacturing production line. Now the importance to the we have explaining that related to cost, how the importance of your planning and control of the inventory management, that due to the related to cost, means it can control the meeting working capital issue, effective use of working capital, facilitate cost accounting activities, reduce the ordering cost, the optimization of freight cost shipping, minimize the blockage of financial measures, revenue and profit. Making the working capital issues, it means it can have use of the minimum working capital to maintain a systematic inventory management or a material management, and there will be effective use of working capital. Means all the capital we have planned for the storing the inventory, that should be used, and that should be ultimately used for the main production line. These accounting of this one working capital, so suppose the expense for the inventory should facilitate the cost accounting activity. We have also if we have a systematic planning and control, then reduce the ordering cost. Optimization of freight cost means the transportation cost, because we have suppose you have a more material to be transported during procurement, then optimization of freight cost should be there. Minimize the blockage of financial resources. We use the minimum financial resources so that a major portion of the working capital blockage is avoided. And if we have a optimal inventory, then our revenue and profit will be increased. The important related to stocks: minimize the overstock hazards, decide timely replenishment. Means avoid stock outs. Means stock out means that the stock is nil. Means so that we maintain a buffer stock or safety stock at the time of emergency, so that stock outs should not happen. Minimize the overstock hazard means we also not maintain the maximum overstocks hazards, so that our major portion of finance is blocked, and during that time the major portion of the item will become obsolete and wasted. So we have to minimize the overstock hazards. Now come to the decide timely replenishment. Means we have a support items which is time to time has also become the obsolete and expired. So we have a monitoring with our software package with the computer. We decide that what are the items should be timely replenishment or restoring of the goods will be there. So we have a watch on the physical and actual possession of the stocks time to time. How the importance of the inventory management or planning to control is related to production is there. The main point that maintaining the continuity of production operation means your production online is uninterrupted, and inventory is such that planned that your main raw materials semi-finished or the raw materials should be available for the main production line, and the main production line should not be hampered. Next point is reducing the risk of production storage. Means we have to reduce the risk of the production storage. Achieving the efficient production scheduling means whatever the production is planned or the time is taken, we have a same plan, as per the same planned production scheduling, we can go for the production. Provide clarity and efficiency to complicate and complex system. Means if you have a systematic inventory management system, then there will be a computerized monitoring will be there. There will be clear efficiency that what are the stocks are available in the how much time will we take the another stocks. So this will be the overcome the complicated and complex systems. High turnover. The cost of the goods sold, highest average inventory leads to the given period. High turnover means there will be a profit may be maximized, and low turnover means the profit is deteriorating. So tiding over demand fluctuation, we have if a doing systematically, the importance, one of the importance of the inventory, good inventory planning and control will be the on the tiding over the demand fluctuation. Means it can control the demand fluctuations. It can observe very early stage demand fluctuation. Gaining quantity discount means if you have a sufficient item and so many items have become obsolete or having aging, then we can have a sell the items on discount. The other way, if the materials in such a situation that market is going to be too slow, then we can procure the raw materials at a lower cost in a huge way, so that our production cost will be minimized. Avoid duplication in ordering means whatever the order is done, then it should be checked before going for the placement of order. It should be checked with the existing stock and the workload. Then and another ordering. So the duplication ordering is avoided. Minimize the administration. The administrative actions or bureaucratic action should be minimized in the systematic planning and control of the inventory management. Better service to customer means if the production go in time, the customer will get the items on time, and in a whatever the customer needs, the quantity he will receive, then the customer will be satisfied, and the credibility, he will achieve the credibility on the company. Happy customer, more goods sold means if the customer will get the goods at a lower cost or in a better quality, then the customer will be happy, and naturally he will procure more goods sold in the market.